do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the...
It's girly power. It's a coach. You're set for Madden football on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Todd Gurley. Fresh off a standout performance a week ago, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, the summer beach weather may be long gone, but still a tremendous afternoon for football here in Los Angeles, California. A few short moments ago, running back Todd Gurley trying to fire up the Ram faithful here in Southern California as his guys get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
On first down, Wilson rolling to his right. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And right away, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he shreds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance, as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed,
yeah, I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Wilson to throw, eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 33 yards that time.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And Gurley, Richard lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff, he'll get this one to Kupp, complete. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed and the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 10 carries, 119 yards, and the score.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Now a first down throw, gone. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 22. 3rd and 2. Goff. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
20. No chance. Mike 55.
A shotgun snap for gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now Goff on first down. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it'll be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Gurley. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Gurley again here on first down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. On first and 10, Goff. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. Buchanan. And they'll get him down up past the 15. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down now, it's Buchanan. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth.
Check back 21, back 21, check back 21.
Here we go on fourth with Wilson. Steps away to his left.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They go play action here on first down. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Back now in Los Angeles. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. From just shy of midfield, Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're running with Gurley. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Todd Gurley unable to get it past the line. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. The throw over the middle, taken in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
14, money.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they hit the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Now a draw play for Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Offense.
So that one will be accepted. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Goff now looking to throw. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Goff. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
So Wilson and the Seahawks down 21-14. 2 minutes to play. A good run on first down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Throwing now is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wilson to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Back to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there with time running out as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with an extra point.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now Goff. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Goff. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives... So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Come on, let's go.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down.
Let's go, defense. Got it. Let's go, Mike. Let's go.
First throw in overtime now for Wilson. And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now a first throw here in overtime. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
On first down, Buchanan. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Seahawks, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.